All right, in this lesson, I want to do my best to explain the circle of fifths to you so that you understand it. So with the circle of fifths, it basically explains the relationship between all your major scales in intervals of fifths. Because if you just play all your scales, if you know your scales and you're like, okay, the key of C has no sharps, the key of D has 2 sharps, the key of E has 4 sharps, the key of F has 1 flat, and you keep moving up like this, you're not going to see a relationship between those scales. But when you go in intervals of fifths, that's when we start to learn the relationship between our scales. So it all starts here at the key of C, where we have no sharps and flats. Now you start with no sharps and flats in the key of C in your C scale. But then when you move up 5, up an interval of a fifth from C, you get to the key of G. And how you count intervals is you count the letter you start on, any in between, and the letter you end on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes you to the key of G. So the key of G, it works like a clock, will have 1 sharp. And the sharp that the key of G will have is just a half step below it, and you can find the order that the sharps will come in here. So the key of G will have 1 sharp, which is an F sharp. So we went from a scale with 0 sharps, moved up a fifth, now we got to a scale with 1 sharp. You move up a fifth from there, you get to a scale with 2 sharps. You keep the sharp that you already had, that will automatically be included in the next scale, and then you just add the next one, which is always just a half step lower than the next scale. C is a half step lower. So now the key of D has 2 sharps. Now we go up a fifth from D, we get to the key of A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the key of A will have 3 sharps, the F sharp and the C sharp, which we already had. And then we add the new one, G. So key of A has 3 sharps. Then we go up a fifth from A, we get to the key of E. That'll have 4 sharps. We move up from the key of E, we get to the key of B. Those will have 5 sharps. Now, when you move up a fifth from B, this confuses everyone. They go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they land on F. That is not correct. When you are counting up a fifth from the scale you were just on, you have to use the notes of your scale. So the B scale went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F sharp is a fifth above B. That's why F sharp is next. And that scale has 6 sharps. It takes all the ones you already had and just adds 1 more. So there's your 6 sharps. And then up a fifth from F sharp takes you to C sharp, which has all 7. And if you look at a key signature chart like this one, which I have, it makes sense, right? No sharps, you see 1 sharp, there's your F sharp. When you have 2 sharps, the F sharp's still always first, and then there's your C sharp. When you have 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, just like the order is coming in here. When you go down in the scale, so now when you go to the left, these are all your scales with flats in them. So when you go down a fifth from C, it works the same, but now you follow the order of flats. So the key of F will have 1 flat, which is a B flat. Down a fifth from F takes you to B flat. Now it'll have 2 flats, so on and so forth. And your inner ring is all your relative minors. That's how the circle of fifths works.